All right, we're going to solve this problem step by step. And this is the approach I want you to follow whenever you want to solve a complex problem. Don't try to do too many things at once. Try to break down that problem into smaller, easier to understand, easier to solve problems. So in this video, we just want to focus on creating this array class and printing its content on the console. We're not going to worry about adding new items or removing existing items. We're going to implement these features in the following videos. So let's add a new class here. We're going to right-click this package and add a new Java class. We call it array. Now in this class, first we need to add a constructor. So we type public array. Here we need a parameter to specify the initial size of the array. So int length. Now inside this class, we're going to store our items in a regular Java array. So we're going to declare a private field, private int array called items. Now here in the constructor, we need to initialize this array based on the initial size. So we set items to new int array of length. Pretty straightforward. Now let's implement the print method. So public void print. Here we need to iterate over all the items in this array and print them on the console. Pretty easy. So for int I, we set it to 0. As long as I is less than items.length, we increment I, and in each iteration, we simply print items of I. So in each iteration, we get one item from the array and print it on the terminal. Now, let's go back to our main class. We're going to create a new array object. We call it numbers and set it to a new array of 3. Now let's print this object on the console. So we get these 3 zeros, but technically we shouldn't see anything because we haven't inserted any items in this array. So let's go back to our array class. We need another field to keep track of the number of items in this array. We cannot rely on items.length because this is the memory we are allocating. Initially, we might allocate memory for 50 items, but we might only insert 2 items in this array. So every time we insert a new item, we need to keep track of the number of items in this array. How can we do that? We can declare another private field, private int, let's call it count. Now, back to our print method, we're going to replace items.length with count. So initially count is 0, and this loop is not going to get executed. In the future, every time we insert a new item in this array, we're going to increment count by 1. So now, let's run this program one more time. Because our array is empty, we don't see anything. Beautiful. We have completed the first step. So next, let's implement the insert method.